Welcome to our weekly wind down. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Randy.
And today we're going to be talking about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party as well as food and wine.
Yes. And first, as always, we have to do our little cheers.
That's right.
All right. Happy weekly wind down. We are actually headed down to Walt Disney World next weekend. I cannot believe it is finally almost time. We just have a few more days. Got to get that packing.
Yeah.
We'll review our packing video that we did a couple weeks ago and get my packing started.
I have so much to do.
Yes.
So much to do. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to be talking about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So for those of you who may not know, this is a separate than the park day at Magic Kingdom. This is a Halloween party that is usually 6 p.m., 7 p.m. onward.
Yeah, it initially starts at 7 and goes till midnight. But if you do not have regular park day tickets, you can start getting into Magic Kingdom at 4.
That's right. That's our plan, which we have annual pass, so we can go whenever, but that's kind of our main thing to get in and get everything done. So it is a separate cost than a park ticket. So it kind of varies in price, like $154 to $165, 68, something around there. I guess also depending on when you are going. Closer to Halloween, of course, pricier the ticket.
Prices go up the closer you get to Halloween. Some, like if you're going on a week end rather than a weeknight, it's a little bit more expensive. So just, you'll have to check the calendar if you're looking to go. I know a lot of dates are already sold out. So I'm very excited that we planned so far ahead to go. Yeah. So what are you most looking forward to?
Okay. Well, obviously the one that I am so excited about that I love every year is the parade. That is my favorite. That is down the best. When the Headless Horseman comes out and starts it off, it is so creepy and eerie and it makes me so excited. And then with the Haunted Mansion graveyard guys, I hope we're in a good spot where we get them hitting those pail things or the shovels. Yes. Oh, I love that one. That's my top pick.
Yes, that is my favorite parade out of all the parades at Magic Kingdom. The Boo To You parade is my favorite. It just puts me in the Halloween spirit. And there is just nothing better than, like you said, the Headless Horseman. And as you get closer to Halloween, it starts getting darker earlier. And I would wait until it is dark to see the parade just because it puts that whole new level on watching that parade. But it's not super spooky for littles. My littles, they still liked it when they have gone. We've gone a couple times in the past, so they enjoyed it. And then there's some, of course, you have your Mickey and your Minnie, and they are just dressed up so cute. It's a really fun parade.
I can't remember what their costumes are this year. I've kind of haven't paid too much attention to it, so I'm not going to look into it more. I'm going to go in, fresh eyes and kind of enjoy all of it. So what is on your list besides the parade?
Besides the parade, the Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular. That is a great castle show. It's a perfect way to end the night. I like to go at that. I think it's like that midnight time. Yeah. Just the last thing I do, go see that. I love Hocus Pocus, the Sanderson sisters. So
it's usually less crowded the last show as well. So
right.
Same with the parade. The second parade, is usually less crowded, which makes sense. Everyone's taking their kids. I will say this: if there is a chance of rain, then I would do the first parade and the first Hocus Pocus show just in case. Just in case. Another thing on my list is the Halloween merch. I know that that's not necessary. It kind of is part of the party, but it's there in general. I don't know. The Halloween merch is so cute. And I am for sure going to stock up this year because last year I did not. And I kicked myself for not having the things like you have a pair of ears that I wish I would have gotten. And I didn't. So I think that might be our first stop of the day when we arrive. We're going to go to Magic Kingdom, get our merch. We'll probably change our outfits based on what we purchase.
Exactly. Yeah, I have merch written down on my list too. There's Halloween merch, just general Disney Halloween merch. And then once the party starts, they put out the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party merchandise. So we'll have to make sure we go twice. So they'll sell Halloween merchandise at the Emporium, which is the large store in Magic Kingdom right on Main Street. And then they also sell it in, and I forget what the name of that store is, but in Tomorrowland, they normally have a pretty good selection there too.
Yes. What is the name of that? That's going to bug me. That's one of my favorite places. I love that place.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, what's another one on your list?
Okay. So I love watching any kind of entertainment because at the party, that's kind of what you go for. You're not necessarily going for the rides. You're going for the entertainment, like the Boo to You Parade, the Hocus Pocus Castle Show. But I cannot wait to see the Cadaver Dance. They are a hit every time. And then the Hitchhiking Ghost have appeared for the first time at the Halloween party, not in the parade, not on a float, but actually, doing their little performance, I guess you can say, their entertainment right above kind of where the Country Bears are in Frontierland, in that walkway up top. That's where you can find them as well. And I cannot wait to see the Hitchhiking Ghost. And then Rusty Cutlass, I believe is what they're called, but they are the pirate band across from Pirates of the Caribbean. They are so good, so good. And that for sure is on my must do when we're there.
I'm excited for that one because I don't think I've been there. I've heard them, but I don't think I've got to really enjoy them. So I'm sure we'll have a little dance party. So that'll be fun.
Yes.
I'm also excited, which I know that they've kind of had them in the past, but the Evil Queen from Snow White and Maleficent are going to be in the queue to go meet like the princesses in the fairy tale hall. They're in that queue and you can meet them as you were waiting in line, which I don't necessarily want to go meet Cinderella and them during the Halloween party, but I would like to go up close to Maleficent and the Evil Queen because I feel like I don't think I've ever interacted with them ever.
Well, the Evil Queen's at the, it's escaping me. What is it called? At the Wilderness Lodge. Is it Storybook Dining?
You're right. I did. That's where I met.
Maleficent. Yes. That's a rare one.
Just to have that back and forth because they are so unique and it's not the normal, everything is wonderful and magical experience. It is like cutthroat. They will tear you up if they need to in a very nice way. They're nice, they're still evil after all that.
Yes.
So that was on my list.
Yes. And then I mentioned, I don't normally go to ride the rides, but there are some overlays that are worth going on the ride to see, like Space Mountain has that Halloween. I think they turn all the lights off and it's extra spooky. And then the Mad Tea Party, I just think it's so fun. They pump in like the fog and then they have spooky music playing. And I normally never ride the teacups, but at a Halloween party, I probably would.
I think we'll ride it and just not spin it.
Yes. Well, also, it's just going to be us and not having kids there. And my kids are the ones that want to spin it as fast as possible. So that's why I'm like, I'm not going because I know you say you're not going to spin me, but you're going to spin me. And I'm not doing that.
100%. And usually the Queen of Hearts is over there. So that's a fun one to see too. So I agree. And last time they had the real live pirates on Pirates, but I haven't heard if they've done that this year. I don't think that they did.
I don't think so. And that would be awesome.
I've always
wanted to see them.
It was neat. I just wish there were more. I wish there were so many throughout, but I haven't heard that. There's also something really, really special about riding Haunted Mansion at the Halloween party.
I agree.
It's extra,
especially because that's where you can see some of the Haunted Mansion ghost right outside. And it's fun to get to interact with them. They're funny and they're lit up in a way where it's just eerily spooky. And it just puts you in that spooky season mood.
I agree. Also the food. So they have special Halloween treats or things that they're just serving for this time. Some things are kind of offered during non-Halloween party times.
Right.
But there are some that are just offered during the party that I know we're going to try to partake in all as many as we can. Some of them are not of my choosing or liking, so hopefully you want to try it and vice versa. But yeah, I always love to see how they do unique snacks and treats and things like that.
Me too. I have a few on my list. The Chipotle barbecue pork and street corn French fries at Casey's Corner, that is served all day, but I thought that might be good to try. The grilled masa flatbread at Pecos Bill, that is a Halloween party exclusive. Let's see, Madame Leota seance candle. It's like a red velvet cake. I've heard mixed reviews on that, but it's so dang cute.
No, for the photo alone.
For the photo alone, that's at Sleepy Hollow. That is also a party exclusive. So those are on my list of food to try.
I had a few of those too, of what you listed. There is a witch's cold brew at Cheshire Cat. That's a Joffrey's one that has like it's the Joffrey's cold brew with the pumpkin spice foam and then like some Halloween sprinkles. I have a feeling we're gonna be exhausted, so we may need to try that.
Yes.
There is surprisingly something at Pinocchio's Village, which it's just a sweet and spicy chicken strips that they have, which is like a Korean barbecue sauce topped with fried garlic and onions. That sounded good, but
that does sound good.
I mean, it's like if we want to eat something like eat food, we should try it. But and then there is a mango Dole Whip that's going to have like a chili lime seasoning over it as well. That's kind of interesting. I don't know.
There also there is like a spicy beignet. That's on my like question mark. I don't know.
I know. At least we're sharing.
And then I don't know. It's not like I have to get it, but maybe.
We'll see how we are. I mean, we will be there all day long, it feels like. So I think we will have time and can try some things. All right. So that's all that I have on my list for Mickey's Not So Scary, other than just the ambiance and I don't need to trick or treat. My daughter has requested me to trick or treat to bring her candy, but we'll see.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll maybe do one or two.
If you are going with kids, they have so much candy. Make sure that you are taking advantage of all of that. Last year, we had so much that we brought it home and we gave it away for Halloween too. Because we just had so much.
You're the ones giving full-size candy bars out then for Halloween. Look at you on your neighborhood. Also, if you have like gluten-free or any sort of allergies, they'll give you these little tokens that there's certain spots that you can go, and there are certain snacks and treats for you to pick from that cater to people with allergies and stuff. So you're not left out. So don't worry about that. Everyone's included. All right. Food and wine.
Yes.
Man, when I tell you we need extra stomachs for this, we are going to, there's too many things on my list. Too many. So I'm excited. I'm excited to do this with you.
Yes.
Because I feel like I get gypped during food and wine because I'm usually with my family and my kid doesn't want to eat these things. And I kind of want to try things, but then, there's the peanut gallery is making that difference. So I'm excited to have you with me and we can share things and try things together.
Festival time at Epcot is my favorite time at Epcot. And I love all the festivals. Food and wine is a great one. We are planning on doing some of the special scavenger hunt type things at Epcot, which I'm excited about. That's not the food and the wine part, but it's just an extra thing. Our kids won't be with us, but I still want to do the Remy's hide and squeak.
Yes.
If Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit is out, I would love to do that. It might not until the end of September. When we were there last year, it was towards the end of the September. So they did have that, but that was cute. And the fromage montage. So getting into the what we want to eat part, that is where you can try, and it doesn't have to be 5 different things, but they'll be noted with a little cheese next to the name on the signs or in the festival passport, which I always recommend. Grab that festival passport. You need it for the fromage montage because they'll stamp it in the back if you order one of those menu items that is eligible for that. I don't know. It's not a scavenger hunt. What do you call it?
I mean, it's almost like a bingo in a way, but it's not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like a little checklist. I mean, you get rewarded for eating cheese.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes. And anytime there's a game, it's like, I have to play it.
Play it.
Yes. I'm going to
And
play
I will win.
I will win. I will get 5 cheese type items. I will probably do 5 different ones, but you don't have to if you have a family or a party of 5 that's going and everybody wants to get the same thing. You can do that too. But all right. So do we want to do top 5 things?
Yeah. The Mexico Pavilion. Mexico is never a disappointment when it comes to festivals. They always have really wonderful ones. From what I have heard and seen and reviews of that, I want to try the Flauta de Barbacoa.
Mm-hmm.
If I said that wrong, please do not get on to me. But anyway, it's fried tortillas filled with barbacoa beef, topped with salsa verde, crema mexicana, and queso. So I have heard wonderful things about this. And again, the Mexico Pavilion is always a hit. It's always a winner. So I don't think this will disappoint.
Nope, I'm sure not.
And I don't think I'll share this one, but I mean, maybe, maybe I will.
Well, we're going to be eating so much that
I know.
I think the plan is we'll have to share.
We have to. All right.
Okay. So one of the things on my list, and I saw something similar last year, but I didn't end up getting it for whatever reason. But I do want to try it this year. The liquid nitrogen frozen sweet potato mousse. It looks so cool. They take that, I guess, mashed sweet potato, and then they dunk it in the liquid nitrogen and it freezes, and then they put it on the plate and they smash it. And it kind of looks like ice cream, but I
think it is a dessert, technically.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
But I'm curious about it. And then they drizzle it with, I think, caramel.
Yeah, let's see. Yes, sweet potato mousse with candied pecans and maple caramel. Yes, caramel, whatever you say. Yes, that one for sure. I think it's also in the swirled showcase. I think it is. Is that what it's called?
I think so. Right, kind of near Canada-ish.
I think so. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So that was on my list as well. That for sure. That looks interesting.
Yeah.
And it's been getting really good reviews. So. That one I'm excited about. I have also heard, so there's several new booths that are mainly usually at the front of the parks, but Forest and Field that booth has been getting so many praises and good reviews, but they have a pumpkin ravioli. Of course, you cannot go wrong with pumpkin ravioli. This is one of those that I thought, is this stupid for me to try when I could maybe make this at home, or is this, I don't know, it's like fall in your belly. And but yeah, it has like a sage butter or brown butter sauce and hazelnut pralines on top. Like I don't know, it just sounds fallish. What is it? Autumnal? That is the correct word. But yes. I just, and it only comes with 3. That's fine. That's easy to do. Each get one.
It's on my list too of new food booths. It's not part of my top 5 because I mean there's so much food I'm excited about. So I put it on it's a new food booth that I'm excited about. So I have like a separate list, but the burrata also from the Forest and Field booth I'm excited about too.
All right. What else is on your list?
Okay. The griddled cheese in Greece. It has been the best of the fest, in my opinion, in the past. I'm excited to get it again. It's like one of those things that you just dream about when you're not there. It's just so good, and you can't wait for Food and Wine again so that they can have it. It's a returning favorite.
I haven't tried it, so I'm excited to try it. I'm excited. Wait, does that count as our fromage? Our it
The
should be,
fromage
right?
montage. I believe so.
It's cheese.
Yeah, I
It's
would
gotta
think
count.
so. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I go back and forth with the what is it called? McIntyre
Yes.
booth
Yeah.
because yes, I love mac and cheese and I love when you add anything to it.
Mhm.
But is this going to be something unique? I don't know. But they have
I don't know.
different types of mac and cheese. I am a sucker for anything with truffle, and of course they have a
Mhm.
truffle mac and cheese. And
Mhm.
I can't, even though I know what it's going to taste like, I know what truffle mac and cheese tastes like. I'm going to have a hard time not getting it.
Yes. And that's funny that you said the McIntyre booth because I wrote just the booth in general. I just wrote McIntyre's, but then I crossed it out when I was like, wait, I need to stick to 5, like of my,
Okay, good. Well,
yeah,
then we can, again, if we're sharing, it's fine.
yes, yes.
And
Um,
walking like 10 million miles, so it's
exactly.
fine.
Exactly. The fry basket, again, I just have a booth
Yep.
listed out. The fry basket is my favorite every year. That's always just a fun one.
They have truffle. The truffle Parmesan fries are there.
Mhm.
Also barbecue bacon with smoked aioli and the sweet potato casserole fries.
Yeah.
So I am down for the fry basket as well. That is
Mhm.
on my honorable mention, meaning
Mhm.
I'm gonna get it list,
Mhm.
but
Yep.
yeah, not
Yeah.
top 5 because it's fries. And I couldn't say, yes, I
That's
need to
top
have
5.
fries, but come
I
on.
put it as my top 5 because I always go to that booth, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it's not gonna be a disappointment. It'll be good.
Mhm. Mhm.
Something on my top 5. So Festival of the Arts usually has something along these lines, and I need to try the food and wine version, but it's from Earth Eats, and it's the red wine braised beef short ribs with
Mhm.
goat cheese polenta.
Mhm.
Every
That
time they
sounds
do a
good.
short rib, it is always spot on and it's always
Mhm.
delicious. So I'm
Yes.
excited to try this versions of the short rib. So
Mhm.
I'm down for that.
Yes. The raclette at the Alps booth is always a favorite of mine. And watching them just melt that cheese off that block, and then it goes all over like the bread and the potatoes and it's good. It's always something that I get every time.
And we'll get our cheese credit for that.
Mhm.
Also, I have heard wonderful things from Flavors from Fire. I don't know
Mhm.
if that one's new. I don't know if that booth is new.
I think they were new last year, so
Okay.
newish.
The steakhouse blended burger. It's like a
Mhm.
slider, but it's a beef and wild mushroom slider with truffle. Of course, it has truffle. It's on my
Mhm.
list with
Mhm.
truffle brie cheese, fondue, arugula, and truffle potato chips. I
Mhm. That
mean,
one
yes.
I might not share.
Well, also too, it being a slider,
Yes.
that might be hard. I think we will
Yeah,
individually have to.
because that sounds good.
So good, right?
Mhm.
I
Yes.
may have to go back for another and be like, "This is dinner."
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So I am so excited about that one.
I guess
Okay.
my last one that I'll say, because I was gonna make an honorable mention, because I feel like most of these, I'm like, I've gotten them in the past, and I can't wait to get them again. I like how you did brand new items. So,
Yeah.
like, I like how you chose all the brand new items, and all of mine are like, I have to get it again. Every food and wine, I have to get the beer, cheese, and bacon soup from Canada. That is
Okay.
also, and I don't care that it's a million degrees in September in Orlando. It is so good. It's one of those things that you're like, again, you think about it when you're not there.
Okay. Well, again, I haven't that was on my honorable mention list. So,
Mhm.
I am excited to try that. There's also So I need to see this one from Australia, but
Uh-huh.
there's a grilled bushberry spice shrimp skewer with a
Mhm.
sweet and sour veggie and coconut and chili sauce. Depending on how these shrimps look,
Yes.
that will depend on if I'm getting them. If they
Sometimes
look like
shrimp is
they're
hit or miss at
yeah,
at a festival booth.
if it's too
Mhm.
shrimpy, like
Right.
giant, I won't do it. But if it
Mhm.
looks, I don't know, it has to look
Yes.
appetizing to me. I'm
Uh-huh.
not a seafood person, so this one is kind of, we'll see.
Mhm.
That one is a maybe. Oh, also at the Brew Wing Lab, they have fried pickles that I heard are really great. Now, it's fried
Mhm.
pickles. They also have so many other pickle things, which we
Yes.
will get into with the drinks section.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I love trying fun things like that when
Me
it's
too.
vegetable related fun.
Mhm.
I can eat that all day long. But yeah,
Mhm.
we have a list. I know the list is going to grow once we're in for a lot of food
Yes.
and a lot of drinks. So
Yes.
this is when it's gonna get a little dangerous. So, what is your top or one of your top drinks that you want to make sure you get?
Okay, so when I said this is the funny one, you just mentioned it or you alluded to it, the pickle milkshake. I had a sip of it last year because some friends of ours that we were there with them, one of them got that, and I had a sip of it, and it was actually pretty darn good. And
Really?
it again, it has either you love it or you hate it, but I love pickles, and I will try it for sure.
Well, then this will come into play because I am curious about the pickle hard cider.
Yes, I'm curious about that too. I didn't
So
put it on my list, but
I
yes.
think we're going to be having a little pickle party.
Mhm.
Sounds weird.
Ah.
Anyway, yeah, with the hard cider, the milkshake, and the pickle spear. So I think we have a few stops. That one is at the what is the name of that or the brew lab? That's it,
Yes.
right? Isn't
Mhm.
that the lab with the Muppets?
Yes. So
Okay,
that's why it's kind of like that fun experimentation with food
yeah,
because Beaker. I love Beaker.
I do too. And was
And
it Mr. Honeydew?
was
Yeah,
yeah.
Professor Honeydew.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that too. So yeah, I had that on my list. Also, there is well, let's talk about France.
Okay. Yes.
There's always wonderful cocktails to try in France. So
Many people.
I have a feeling we're going to be hitting those up.
Mhm.
One that I had my eye on was the rosé strawberry gin with
Mhm.
cranberry juice and pineapple juice. That sounds like that's going to go down really easy.
Mhm. Most of them in France do go down pretty
Yeah.
easily.
By the
Um,
time you get to Morocco, you're done.
yes, and I have the frozen French Cosmo. I always like to get one of their frozen drinks, at every they have them at every food or not every food and wine, every festival. Food and wine is that frozen French Cosmo, and I'm excited about getting that.
Yeah, me too. That one sounds really good. We'll have to figure out how we can share these.
Mhm.
Something else I wanted to try right next door in the UK pavilion, they had a strawberry basil cocktail, which
Mhm.
again had gin. It was a Beefeater strawberry gin, which I didn't know that was a thing,
Me
and
neither.
Saint Germain elderflower liqueur, and then
Love
ginger
that.
ale. That sounds
Mhm.
refreshing.
It does.
And
I'm not a
normally,
gin drinker, but I would definitely try it.
I feel like normally we go to Rose and Crown, we get
Mhm.
stuck there, and
Mhm.
then we don't try anything new. I think this is going to be a good time to not do that. I
Yeah.
mean, we can, but yeah,
Yeah.
let's try our best.
Yes. Try our best to stay out of Frozen Crown. I don't know if we can do that though.
Yeah, it depends how the end of the night goes. If we
Yeah,
need to wind it down with a
right.
Pim's cup or
Um,
something.
so speaking of the UK, in the past they've had an Irish or an Ireland booth in the UK. They have not had that, but they brought their Irish milkshake, which is made with Bailey's. They actually brought that to the festival favorites booth that's open year round over by Communicore Hall. So
Nice.
it comes in this adorable little Ireland. It looks like a pint glass, but it's not as tall. But I'm definitely going to get that. I've had it in the past and it's so good.
Oh, maybe that'll go with our mac and cheese. We'll be right there. We'll go get that and then bring it into our mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good too.
Hmm.
I also had on my on my list.
Hmm.
Of course, in Germany, Germany has great beers and they
Yes.
have a wonderful beer flight, and it has always been delicious. Everything
Hmm.
on the list.
Yes.
I know that they have one that's like a lemon cider type thing or a lemon Hefeweizen one,
Uh-huh.
but I want everything on the flight. So
Yes. Yep.
maybe with both of us, if there's more than 3 or more than 4, then we can do a double flight.
Yes. Flights. I just wrote down flights, but yes, the German booth is always my go-to booth for flights.
Mm-hmm.
For
And
beer.
I'm sure they'll have the grapefruit beer there at some point. So
yes.
I had the Milled and Mold. That's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a new booth. They have it's called a Mill Donut Hard Cider.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious, like, what
Me
does
too.
a donut hard cider taste like?
Right.
I need to know.
Same. Yeah.
So
for science.
For science. Yeah. So that was on my list to try.
Yes. And then going along with the flights, Shimmering Sips has mimosa flights. I've gotten those before. And I'm not going to say like every one is delicious, but I just like how they change them out from festival to festival. They do something different every Food and Wine typically. So I think they still have that blood orange one.
Mm-hmm.
That has been so good in the past, but I do want to get a mimosa flight. I love mimosas. I love my bubbles. So that is for sure on my list.
They have a Pog Juice one this time. So
ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We already know we like that one.
Exactly.
And I think right next door, well, of course, Hawaii has a good one, has always good. I heard their food is great too, which we didn't have anything from Hawaii on our food list. And
I should have put that on there because I've actually never had anything from the Hawaiian booth, but I've heard that pork slider, isn't it a pork slider? I think so.
Yeah.
I've heard that's delicious. So I should have put that on my must-get list. I mean, it is I think everything is on our must-get list, but we'll also try that out.
There's a few places we probably won't stop.
Yes.
Which we could talk about that now. We've listed a ton of drinks. I mean, at this point, people are going to be concerned if we keep going on the drink side. I mean, because there's all kinds. It's going to get fun. But our for sure skips. Even though I feel like we should try, even though the reviews have been horrible, but the Italian booth.
Yes.
Italy never has good festival food. And I don't get it. It should be the easiest one to do.
And this year, okay, so during Festival of the Arts, I love their mozzarella paint palette thing with all the dipping. But I mean, you would hope they couldn't mess up fried mozzarella. But
that was fun. That was edible.
You would think that they couldn't mess up what they are trying to serve this year. It looks so bad that I just cannot justify even spending a dime on any of that stuff unless they really change it within this next week because of the feedback they received. I mean, like disgusting. I did have the Bellini spritz. So if we are going to stop at the Italian booth, then we can take a peek at what the food looks like and see if it looks any better than it did on the reviews that I've seen so far. But I am thinking that booth is a skip. I
just don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't understand.
No.
So, and I'm hoping that they're going to hear this. And this hasn't been new. This has been something that's ongoing.
Every festival.
So, I mean, I could probably make something better for that booth, and I don't cook.
Exactly.
So, also, I think we're skipping China.
Yes, that did not look good. And I normally stop at China during Flower and Garden because I get the crab rangoons. But nothing looked appealing to me on that booth either. So I think that's a skip.
I think that one's a skip too. But no, I have a feeling we're going to be really full.
Yes.
And really tipsy.
It is going to be a great day. I am so excited. I'm excited about Mickey's Not So Scary. I'm excited about Food and Wine. Next weekend, we also have a bucket list Disney experience that I'm so excited about.
Yeah.
I just can't wait. And I
I
can't wait
know.
to take everybody along with us. Thank you for joining us on our weekly wind down as we kind of go over what we're most looking forward to doing next weekend when we're at Walt Disney World with Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. Please like and subscribe our channel and follow along.
Yay. And we'll see you next week.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.